So AI is clearly having a major impact, but not necessarily delivering a lot of value. And I think it's really important for us to come back to the idea of starting with the outcomes first, working back towards understanding how we use AI to, for example, empower teams to be effective stewards of value, to reduce cognitive load, to shorten time to do things that are not value add. And with those kind of framings, then it becomes very clear how we would want to use AI. So we're not going to use it to generate mountains of code that then has to be retested and we find all security bugs, but we can use it to aid teams to focus on their mission more effectively. DORA is great for engineering teams and teams in technology. DORA metrics are output metrics. We shouldn't be trying to drive them directly. We need to be looking at the fundamental capabilities and improving our capabilities and expect to see the DORA metrics change. But even then, the context for using the DORA metrics is quite specific. It's teams that have end-to-end responsibility for value flow, and lots of organizations are not in that place. In addition, we can look at other kind of metrics which help leaders to have a really good handle on pushing organizational change and transformation in the direction that we want to go. The metrics that they need to push on need to be safe to optimize, if you like. And the specific metrics you want to choose there very much depend on the context that you're talking about. So we need people with a high degree of awareness of the operating context to select the right metrics to empower leaders to be able to push those levers. The rate of change of technology, of regulatory requirements, of market and economic trading relationships and things, the rate of change of all these things is too fast for us to have manual inspection of things like security, compliance and regulatory compliance and things. This has to be baked in, but it has to be baked in a way which builds trust with the people who are in some cases on the hook for things like security, compliance and regulatory compliance, particularly in financial services. So in addition to baking in compliance into a platform, we need to have, if you like, a social dynamic inside the organization that builds that trust so that people feel confident that what the platform is doing and controlling is what's needed.